be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods, Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, November 19th, 2021. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, we're rolling right into our Friday show by leading things off with the big news from Josh Lenartowicz, who announced that he was officially coming out of retirement a few days ago. Many of you probably remember that Josh said that he was walking away from competing shortly after the 2020 Arnold Classic, where he cited health concerns and other issues with the direction of the sport in a statement he made not too long after the show. At the moment, Josh says that he doesn't have a definitive show or date in mind, only that he's potentially targeting something during the 2022 or 23 season. So once he's able to get himself back in the right space, physically and mentally, get ready, because Josh Lenartowicz is capable of winning almost any show on the calendar when he's dialed in. 2 weeks from now, on Recap Wednesday, we'll be right here talking about what happened at the Big Man weekend in Alicante, Spain. And when you're watching that recap and we get to the Classic Physique division, how much you want to bet that we announce Ramon Quieroz as your winner. Recently, we heard some rumors that Ramon was toying around with the idea of competing again sometime within the next few weeks, where you figure he has to come in as the odds-on favorite at a show like the Big Man. All things considered, Ramon's top 6 finish at the Olympia might have been the biggest surprise in that division. So if he comes in with anything that's even remotely close to the look that he had there, he could run away with this one right from the get-go. As members of the media, it's one thing for us to speculate about where someone will finish at a given show, but it's something completely different when it's coming from your peers, especially when we're talking about Olympia placings. So when you hear someone like Ian Valliere, who's a top 10 Olympian in his own right, go on to the record to say that he believes Brett Wilkin will finish in the top 10 next year, it gets people's attention. We all saw what Brett did at the Chicago Pro earlier this year, and for the most part, I think the general consensus that everyone has got after that show was that he was going to be a force in the Open in time. But to jump from that to being a top 10 athlete in the world is another story. But with that said, the opinion of the guys who are at the top in the trenches holds a certain kind of weight. So if they're forecasting this to happen, maybe we should make sure we're listening. A few weeks ago, we did a story on Derek Lunsford, where we addressed some of the rumors that were floating around about Derek possibly making a move up to the Open. And at the time, Derek came out and squashed those rumors, saying that he had every intention of coming back to defend his 212 Olympia title. But here's the thing, even if he does go back-to-back, there's still a chance that he might be the last time we see him compete in the 212 division. Recently, Derek went on the record and said that he does eventually see himself being forced into the Open, which does feel like it has to happen at some point when you consider the fact that he was 211 at the official Olympia weigh-ins. We've always said from day one that Derek had some of the best genetic gifts in all of bodybuilding. And at some point here in the near future, we're all going to see what it looks like when he goes all the way to maximize his genetic potential. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.